Hello my friends, and welcome back to our channel. If you're not subscribed, please do so now so you won't miss another great video from our channel. And if you are already subscribed, thank you for being part of our subscriber family. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel and welcome to Alpha Traveler 1. And for those of you who are brand new, welcome. We are now a Texas based YouTube family that loves travel, loves Disney, loves Vegas, and all the travel destinations. We do travel somewhere, we are going to bring you there. So with that said, let's talk about this week's video. This week's video is on why your next Disney vacation will be extremely expensive. And many of the YouTubers out there, the bigger ones, they live in Orlando, LA, wherever it is. This doesn't impact them because they don't travel. They stay local and they really don't understand the pain that we're going to be paying. So this is the reason why I'm actually talking about this. So you ready? Let's go. Alright, so number one, booking costs. So as you know, it's been 3-4 months of hiatus. You know, nobody's really traveling. These booking companies or Disney haven't been booking people. They're going to have to recoup some of the costs somewhere. So it is, in my opinion, the booking costs, even if you went on, say, Cheri-Awesome or something, in my opinion, the fees will go up eventually. Or if it doesn't go up, they will negotiate with Disney for higher concessions fees for booking them. And if they do, guess who's going to pick it up? It's not Disney. Disney is a for-profit company. So eventually, we're going to have to pay for it. So number one, it's a booking fee. In my opinion, by the end of the year, booking fee will be up. Number two, because this pandemic hits everybody, it is in my opinion that every country around the world will now have or eventually will have a pandemic country tax. So they're going to tax whoever it is that's traveling, because as you know, through travels, you can bring these pandemic or germs places faster. So they're going to charge you for the privilege of traveling. And they're going to take that, potentially put that into a plan, and really how to mitigate any future issues, right? So that's number two. Number three is the airline pandemic tax. So just as it happened 9/11, it's a really terrible incident, we now have a 9/11 tax on every airline ticket that we either buy or it's ever been sold. Going forward, and I think we are going to have this airline upgrade tax, and you're going to see a 911 and you're going to see the pandemic one. In my opinion, the pandemic one will be bigger, simply because we have no control over, and it costs us a lot more than the 911 one. So that is number three. And number four is, I believe that there will be an airport upgrade tax. Essentially, the company that sold all the x-rays out there, literally, they're going to say, oh, I have a new version that will actually test for corona, virus or whatever it is, or the temperature of the person, right? They're going to probably lobby Congress or lobby the world to say, you need to buy this. So guess what? If the airport has to buy it, someone's going to have to pay for it. They're going to give you another tax on that. Opinion. So going into that, that's four different things, 4 different taxes essentially, or fees that you're going to be charged, and you have not even traveled yet. So now that you've purchased your tickets, your vacation, let's go to the day that you travel, and we're going to talk about a lot more fees and things that you're going to be paying for. So once you hit the ground running, it is, in my opinion, that there will be an airport specific pandemic tax. So essentially, when you land, the airport, it's its own entity. They're going to say, well, we're going to need money to prevent these, or if something happens, we're going to put plans that's going to cost us. To me, I think they're going to put some sort of taxation on there. If it's not already on there, they're going to put these taxes into existing taxes and bump it up by however much that they think is actually required. Next is the state pandemic tax. So right now, when you travel to Orlando, I believe there's a state tax that's taxed on you. Potentially, they may not put in a actual pandemic tax. So in my opinion, again, they're going to raise that tax again as a traveler. Same thing. And going to number 7, you're talking about the city tax as well. You're probably paying city taxes, and guess what? They may not even put in a pandemic tax and a separate tax. They'll just increase that as well. So you're going to be paying more as well. So let's go into, once you deplaned, you're actually going to pick up your car rental, right? So you pick up your car rental, is my opinion that the car rental companies will charge a cleaning fee or assess some sort of fee up there for you, so that, guess what? Someone has to pay for you driving their car, paying for their car, and essentially having to clean it later. So they're gonna charge you that no matter what. I think by the end of the year, you're gonna see that. Or if they have an existing assessment on it already, they are going to increase that as well. So transportation, such as buses, right? Getting to buses or Uber, or getting in and out, or taxis. To me, if they don't already have assessment or some sort of tax, they may tax another fee on there. So it is easier to increase existing fees, which has already been assessed, than putting in new one. So in my opinion, there's a transportation tax, they are going to increase that. And there's also, in my opinion, essentially somewhere down the road, the Disney's Magical Express will not be free either, because the company who actually owns the buses is called Mears. They have all these buses out there they have to clean. And where's that gonna go? It's gonna eventually flow to Disney, right? Who's actually currently paying for that. So Disney's gonna have to make the terrible decision to say, do I pass it along to our park guests, or do we eat it? I don't think that Disney will actually absorb it, because Disney is a for-profit company, and for-profit companies, they don't do things just because it's good for the community or people. It's all about survival, making money. So that is number 9. Let's go into number 10. So Disney, when you go there, if you stay on site, right, their hotel, who's going to be doing the cleaning? So they're going to be cleaning your room, and what happens? They're going to put in different steps. They're going to make sure that the room has a separate standard of clean. Who's going to be paying for that? I don't think Disney will. Again, we just talked about this, where Disney is a for-profit company. I think if anything, they will increase the fees that you pay, or the charges to rent there. So that is number 10. So before we go any further, I'm going to take a drink to make sure that I could talk appropriately and not have a dry throat and come out, very differently as it relates to my voice. So, like I said, iced tea always hits the spot. So going to 11, so I think when you're going to Disney, the Disney restaurants may also have some sort of assessment or charge. Simply because you are using their facilities. You also have to think about that they have to do extra cleaning of your area. What does extra cleaning mean? Extra people, extra chemicals, extra things that cost money. So if they don't give you an extra fee, it's my opinion that the cost of your food will go up as well, just to make sure that they cover the cost of cleaning at the restaurants. So that's number 11. Number 12, for many of our friends and guests who don't stay on site, the outside hotels, they are definitely going to be increasing your fees, or potentially having a pandemic tax on there. Obviously, you're going in there, you're using the rooms, you're using the facilities. They, again, just like Disney, have to put in separate procedures to make sure they're clean. And in order to do that, what happens? They incur extra cost. And who's going to pay for it? not the companies. These companies are for profit. So they're going to pass it along to you as a guest. So that is number 12. So before we go any further, I want to see if any of you are really surprised at any of my assumptions in terms of the cost to your future Disney trip. If you don't mind, leave a comment below. Let's talk about this. Maybe there's something I missed. Let me know what you think. So going to number 13, they're going to require masks no matter what until we have a real cure, okay? They're going to require these type of masks to be worn, and guess what? If you don't have the mask, I can almost guarantee you Disney will have, and I'm really happy to sell you a Disney branded mask, and those masks are not going to be cheap either. So I think those masks will be 3 times generally. Disney merch is about 3 times more than your average merch outside that's not Disney branded. So given that these type of N95s, I think this is an N95, that costs about $6 in New York. My expectation is you're probably going to be paying $15 to $18 in Disney if they're branding all that stuff for you and you don't have it. So before you go on a Disney trip, make sure that you check to see if they require a mask. They do. Bring your own. There is no point in buying a mask that is disposable, that you cannot keep. And you know, when you breathe into it, it is dirty. You should throw it out. You should not keep it. So paying $15 to $18 for a mask and that you have to throw away, that is a waste of money. So that is number 13. Let's go to number 14, Disney merchandise. It is my opinion that when you go to a Disney store and you touch these things, you know, cups, you know, such as this, or anything that the cast member has to clean, they're gonna clean. That also means that they have to hire extra people to do cleaning. They have to have different procedures to handle that. Well, in my opinion, I think the Disney merch will go up in terms of pricing wise to make sure they cover for the cleaning. Finally, this is really interesting. Depending on where you go and if you get a cell phone, or you know, if you use the some hotels that include a telephone, any communication lines in the United States, they would have a federal 911 cell phone and or communication tax tagged to it. In most instances, I don't know if Disney has it or Disneyland has it, but in many states you'll see that. So because all these taxes have been tagged on, they will actually put this in there. Just think about this. This pandemic has caused chaos around the world, and in most instances the 911 or emergency phone systems have all been taxed to the max. They've been doubled or tripled in terms of their capacity. And who's going to pay for it? What do you think? We are. So I think they're going to either increase this, or the less likely is they're going to put in a pandemic tax. But I think, in my opinion, because the tax is already there and people don't really see the changes, they're just going to increase it. So these are the 15 reasons why your Disney trip is going to be extremely expensive going forward. Obviously not the near future, because if they don't have anybody coming, they have to incent people from coming. But from a more of a longer term, maybe a year going into September, where we have the Disney Not So Scary parties or the Christmas parties, I could almost guarantee you all these things will probably be in flight already. And one other thing that I want you to think about is this. When you're going to phase 1 and phase 2, a lot of the Disney attractions will not be open. And what does that mean? That means your cost per entertainment goes up. So I kind of looked at my own experiences And I tend to do at least 10 attractions per park per day. So what does that mean? If you were an average person, if you purchased a day ticket, $130, and you did 10 different things in Disney World or Disneyland, that gives you per entertainment cost of $13 per attraction. And I don't think many of you ever think about this. This is per attraction. Now, when they open up, right? Let's just say half the things that in Disney or Disneyland are not open. We're only able to do 6 different things. What happens to the cost of your cost of entertainment? It goes up. So what does that mean? If you were able to only do 6 or 5, let's just say 5 even, right? $130 a day divided by 5. $21.67 per entertainment cost. Your entertainment cost went up exponentially as well. So nobody's ever talked about that. At least, I haven't seen that, but to me, everything going forward in your Disney trip will get extremely expensive. So this is the time to think about it. This is the time to plan and make sure that when you go on the next trip, it is well thought of and how you can minimize your cost and have the most fun. With that said, thank you very much for coming and thank you for tagging along, and we will see you in the next video. How much fun was that? Welcome back, my friends, and we hope you enjoyed the show. Please make sure you are subscribed to our channel so you will not miss another fantastic video from our channel. Please also leave a comment or share this video with your social media friends, as it will help our channel. With that said, we would like to thank you, and we hope that you will have a fantastic and a magical day.